hindi sila sure if Marcoleta commits plunder. So that is so funny, you know. Hindi sila sure if Marcoleta really had committed plunder, but they filed the case and now they arrested him and now he's in custody of the PNP or nasa kulungan na. For a case that the ombudsman filed in Sandigan Bayan that they are not even sure if it constitute what you call plunder. And take note, plunder is non-bailable.
Ito ang balita ngayon. Trending at pinag-uusapan ngayon sa mundo ng social media. Ang di umano'y balitang. Ito ang balitang dapat malaman ng taong bayan na pilit tinatago at pilit ayaw di umanong ipalabas ng mga bayarang media sa palasyo, Kamara at Senado sa publiko. Pero bago ang lahat, kung bago ka pa lamang sa channel na ito at kung gusto mo ang mga balitang politika, ay please huwag kalimutang mag-like, subscribe at i-click ang notification bell para mas maging updated ka palagi sa lahat pa ng mga bagong video na i-upload namin. At ito na nga mga kababayan. Tunay talaga na lahat na lang ay handang gawin at handang baluktutin ng batas para lang pagtakpan ang di umano'y flood control scandal ng gobyernong ngagba ni Marcos Jr. Kung sino pa itong lumalaban para sa katotohanan at para sa tama, ay siya pa itong tunay na ginigipit at ipakukulong.
Masasabi po ninyo na yung pag-i-issue ng arrest warrant laban kay Senator Marcoleta at iba pa ay timing po sa araw ng impeachment ng unang araw po ng impeachment trial ni VP Sara Duterte.
Very naman yun politically motivated naman talaga ang pagkaka-aresto at pagkaka-file ng plunder case against the good Senator Marcoleta. Very obvious naman yan. Kasi first and foremost, ito muna nga i-address ko kasi this is very important for the public to understand. Even the ombudsman itself, at saka ang sabi nila, it admits na hindi sila sure if Marcoleta commits plunder. So that is so funny, you know. Hindi sila sure if Marcoleta really had committed plunder, but they filed the case and now they arrested him and now he's in custody of the PNP or nasa kulungan na. How? It's only in the Philippines that this happens. You cannot imprison a guy who you don't even know kung totoo o tama ang kaso na final nyo sa kanya. And he even filed a motion to quash or even delay the arrest. Then hindi muna tinignan nila kung may merit ang motion to quash ni Marcoleta. Then dismissed. So it's very obvious this is a political motivated case and they just want him in custody precisely because hindi nila gusto si Marcoleta being in the Senate floor asking the right questions when you talk about the impeachment trial. And of course, when you talk about voting. Kasi at the end of the day, itong impeachment trial that started yesterday already, darating tayo sa point how long it will take or how short it will take the whole proceedings of the impeachment trial against the Vice President. It will come to a point na magbubutuhan. At napaka-synchronized naman ng pagkaka-aresto. First day of trial ni Vice President, then before the trial started at 2 p.m., nasa kulungan na or nasa custody na ng PNP si Senator Marcoleta. Kumbaga, hindi naman siguro tayo mga mangmang na hindi natin naiintindihan ang politika ng Pilipinas at anong ginagawa ng current administration, especially when you talk about the political opposition and the Duterte side, and even those who are political opponents and political critic per se of the current administration of Marcos Jr. So, kumbaga, obvious yan. All of these are all politics. All of these are all about political persecution, vendetta, vindictiveness of the current administration. Kahit balibalik na rin nila yung mundo, hindi nila yan mai-deny. Kasi hindi lahat ng tao, alam mo yun, maraming Pilipino ang nakakakita nito. But many people will not speak because they just, ayaw nila na, masasubject din sila at natatarget. But come on, this is really the case. It's all politics. It's all about political persecution. Trying, quote-unquote, to send a message to anyone na kapag kayo, you don't toe the line of the current administration or hindi maingay kayo, you expose certain, kind of bad activities or corruption for that matter na ginagawa ng mga allies or ng sangkot or allegedly, ang administration, the president and lahat ng pamilya niya, matutulad kayo kay Senator Marcoleta, matutulad ka kay Bong Bato, which is Senator Bato, nagtatago, ICC naman ang kanyang ang lumahabol sa kanya, yung arrest warrant, and even Jinggoy. So, ang tingin ko rin dito, to be very frank, Admar, at saka Jade, hindi ito yung last. Habang doon nagpo-proceed ang impeachment trial, they will try to shrink the denominator in terms of the composition of the Senate that is present on the floor kapag nakaka-attend ng impeachment trial ni Vice President. Ganito talaga to. Only in the Philippines that a senator, a sitting senator of the Republic elected by the people, number 5 ata si Senator Marcoleta when it comes to ranking last 2025 midterm election, is in jail right now for a case that the ombudsman filed in Sandigan Bayan that they are not even sure if it constitute what you call plunder. And take note, plunder is non-bailable. So ibig sabihin, hindi siya makakalabas dun sa kulungan hanggang hindi natatapos yung kaso. Hindi rin natin alam kung hanggang kailan matatapos ang kaso kasi sa Pilipinas, kapag pagong ang justice system natin, lalo na kung iipitin at uupuan yung case. At saka very obvious why it is political. Take a look at this. Pag political opponent ng current administration, parang thunderbolts, parang lightning. File yung kaso ng Friday, Monday, aresto na. Pero kapag aliado nila, parang we're still building up the case or there's no case build up yet. Ang daming mga etche-bureche, lalalala. Look at Romualdez. Where's Romualdez right now? Hindi daw ma-establish yung direct link ng accusation and allegations. Ang dami-dami. Bunuan is now a state witness. For God's sake. You see, this is really selective justice, which is injustice, and at the same time, this is all about political persecution of the political opponents of the current administration. That's very glaring.
Opo. Prof, kahapon ay nilinaw po at inihayag ng bagong itinalagang presiding officer ng Senate Impeachment Court si Senator Senator Judge o Presiding Officer Cheese Escudero na 16 votes ang kailangan para ma-convict po si Vice President Sara Duterte. Sa tingin po ninyo, sa kasalukuyan pong komposisyon ngayon ng bagong majority, meron pa silang makukumbinsing lumipat mula sa minority at ang pattern na gagamitin ay tulad po nitong nangyari kay Senator Jinggoy at Senator Marcoleta?
Maganda ang tanong mo, Jade, at medyo nag-ano lang yung internet ko pero I hope na naririnig ako clearly. Importante
yes
yung marinig.
Yes, narinig po.
Okay, ganito. Maganda na I was really happy to know na at least the Senator Judge Presiding Officer Escudero said na 16 ang kailangan mo to convict the Vice President based on the Constitution. Kasi kahit balik-balik na rin natin ang mundo, constitutionally talaga, ang Senate is composed of 24 senators. Si Bato, si Jinggoy, at saka si Senator Marcoleta, kahit yan nasa kulungan or nagtatago, at the end of the day, they're still senator because they are presumed innocent before proven guilty, and that does not make them that does not erase the fact na senator and elected by the people of the republic ang mga to, kahit na nasasakdal sila at the moment and they're defending themselves before the court. At ito namang si Senator Bato ay nagtatago pa. Pero at the end of the day, that does not erase the fact that they are senators still. Malinaw ang Constitution, 24 ang composition ng Senate, and 2/3 of that will be needed to convict a high-ranking official like the Vice President. So, malinaw yan. Sinabi naman yan ni Senator Escudero, and you need 9 to acquit the Vice President from the Senator Judge's votes. So, yan, malinaw yan. But one thing though that we have to know, and nagbigay ng caveat si Escudero. Ang sabi niya, this is the based on the Constitution, but it is open to debate. And they will still be debating on it in a matter of time because there are people saying na hindi naman daw sinabi ang crucial point ng kailangan tignan ng public, ng Filipino public diyan. May sinasabi kasi na the only people na makakaboto sa impeachment trial or whatsoever is yung mga senator judges na present sa Senate proceeding at nandun sa Senate session hall. Yun yung sinasabi na or impeachment court. So yung issue na yan, kailangan bantayan niya ng mga Pilipino kasi baka i-twist nila yan, i-circumvent nila yan at gumawa sila ng mga technicality, and even then they will say, the Senate will change, impeachment court will change its rules and pagbubutuhan nila yan. Ngayon, kung titignan mo, ang composition ng Senate, when you talk about minority and majority, the other side, which is the admin-allied, majority block, is still majority block. So, yan ay isang bagay na kailangan tutukan ng mga Pilipino kasi baka magkaroon ng hocus-pocus dyan. On the other hand, kung mayroong pang maglilipatan, of course, I would always presume, given that critical itong impeachment trial ni VP. It has something to do with 2028. It has something to do with the political future of the Vice President Sara Duterte, and definitely vindictive at ang ultimate goal talaga ng impeachment trial are two things. Two very important things that the Filipino people should understand. First is to remove the Vice President. And pag na-remove siya, ang gusto nila is to impose some kind of sanction for her not to be able to run anymore for any public office after the impeachment, if in any case, ang ruling is conviction. So, pwede nilang iyan ipasok at at the same time, ang pwede pa nilang gawin is they can file criminal charges against the Vice President after the impeachment trial, if in any case she will be convicted. Yan ang tatlong possibility. Kasi ang acquittal, wala. Remain in office and she can run. So yun ang tatlo. On the other hand, yun ang kanilang objective. And many of this, the prosecution, many of our politicians who are not on the side of the Vice President, they want this to happen. So, paano makukuha yan? Paano yung mangyayari? Of course, you need the numbers. Right now, they don't have the numbers yet, but they will try to get that number by before sa butuhan na mangyayari, which would maybe 3 months to 4 months or 7 months according to Gatchalian from now. So, definitely, kung tatanungin mo ako, if they will be maneuvering para makakuha ng votes at makuha nila yung threshold na kailangan nila to convict the Vice President, they will do it. At marami pa sa Senator allied na ito nasa medyo align with the Vice President ang pwedeng marami pang mangyayari, either mawawala yung isang senator sa pagiging senador niya, which is na-inform ako there's a plot against the Senator Amy Marcos sa COMELEC naman siya titirahin. I don't know if it's true, but it came to me. And then the other one is marami pa dyan pressure points on the other senators, like for example the likes of the Villars, and there are pressure points kasi sa mga senador even dun sa mga politically aligned with the Vice President. So ito yung mga bagay na posibleng mangyari habang umuusad ang impeachment trial. The other strategy, kasi alam mo ano ang kanilang strategy, is to shrink the denominator, meaning the members of the Senate who can attend present physically in the Senate trial. Kasi kapag shrink mo yon, let us say 21 na lang sila, times 2/3, liliit kasi ang numero na kailangan mo to convict. And now they have 13, I think. So, pag lumiit pa yan, they will be able to get the 14 na 2/3 and they will be able to convict the Vice President. So ito yung mga strategy na nababasa ko sa kabila. And of course, we need to be very, we need to read it politically speaking, because the whole impeachment process, even the starting point of the impeachment process from 2025 until now, these are all politics. Let's not kid ourselves that this is all about accountability, because if it's only about accountability, they should have filed and the current president should be in the same trial at the moment, kasi you have a lot of allegations against him and his family and his allies and even the administration itself regarding massive corruption in government. But look, it's not the same. So ano pinagsasabi ni Representative Luis Tro na chuchu, it's a constitutional blah blah blah. For God's sakes, hindi tayo mangmang. Hindi lahat ng Pilipino mangmang. It's glaringly a politically motivated crucifixion of the Vice President. Political crucifixion of the Vice President. They want her reputation, they want her image, and everything about her to be destroyed in public. That's another objective of the whole impeachment proceeding. Kaya ang una nilang itatackle today is Article 4 of the impeachment trial, precisely because they want to paint her as someone who is crazy. They want to paint the vice president as crazy, does not know how to think, who just say la la la. Kaya Article 1 ang una nilang i-adjudicate ngayong araw na to. Yung video na kung ano na may sinabi si VP. So yan ang una nila. The objective there really, to be frank, politically speaking, is to paint her as someone who does not have the right brain, crazy, luka-luka na tao, ganyan-ganyan. Yan ang kanilang gagawin. To be very honest, ganun ang strategy. So yeah,